Thank you, Oprah Winfrey, for stealing my speech. To God give the glory for all that he has done. He has given us Rosa Parks, an immense blessing for the world. When I was first elected to the United States Congress from a white city, I was sitting there at my desk one night trying to figure out what can I do first. And of course, Rosa Parks and a picture of Mother Teresa was on my desk. So I called over to see if Rosa Parks had ever received a Congressional Gold Medal. I knew she didn't remember it. And they assured me that she had not. And I said, she may not have, but she's getting ready to get one. And I sent out notice to the members of Congress, and they were moving mighty slow, because they kept putting higher restrictions on the number of members that I'd have to have on the petition. So rather than to be discouraged, I enlisted the help of Tavis Smiley and Tom Joyner. See, I'm a sister from the hood. And we know how to get it done. If one dog won't, another one will bark. So they got right on it. We gave them the names of the members that had not signed up, and people all over America was calling them, telling them to give it up or turn it loose. And so they did. I was watching television the other night, and I saw segments of the memorial service for the Honorable Rosa Parks in Montgomery. And I saw these horses prancing and dancing. I said, you go, girl. Here the horses were dancing, and actually Mrs. Parks' life seemed to have come from a hymn book, because they were dancing all over the place, and I was reminded of Swing Low Chariot, coming to carry me home. And the horses just kept right on dancing. And it was like they felt privileged to be able to carry Rosa Parks. It was the most moving experience that I have witnessed on television in my life. The horses had it going on. It was absolutely wonderful. I will never forget that experience. And I was trying to think, where in the Bible do we talk about a seat? Because we don't want to talk about the seat of the scornful. But then you run through the Bible, like my mother used to tell me, you don't have to know them, just know where to find it. And I ran to Samuel. Jonathan said to David, tomorrow the new moon, and thou shalt be missed, because thy seat will be empty. That's right in the book. You know, like the preacher said, that's in the book. And the king sat upon his seat at other times, upon a seat by the wall, and Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty. So we reminisce today over the seat that she sat in, refused to give it up, went on to jail. We call it the penitentiary now. But she went to jail. She did not whine, she did not exhort, she did not cuss, she simply did not move, thus forcing those who would have her to move to make the next move. What a courageous, steadfast individual And when I called her and told her that I was putting her name in for a Congressional Gold Medal, she was so quiet. I said, do you hear what I'm telling you? She didn't seem excited. She was just very humbled by it. And so we got it done with all the names that Tavis and Tom Joyner were able to amass across the world. The congressman said they ain't never got that many calls before. We had already written them, but you know, sometimes staff just throw it to the side. But they heard them and got that paper out of the wastebasket. And it worked absolutely just beautiful. At that time, Mr. Clinton was the president of the United States. He was there. And of course, Dennis Hastert was there. And they were smiling all over the place. Now, they wouldn't let me have too many guests. I said, well, I got a family. I'm basically the only child. But you know how you lie your way through life. So I said, well, I got 2 cousins that's got to come in. And that was Tavis and Tom Joyner. And they showed up clean as the boat of health, as they call it. You know, Mrs. Parks also reminds me of the philosopher Henry Thoreau. Julian Bond go along with this because he's one of them academics. Matter of fact, Julian Bond's the one that talked me into running for the Senate. I said, I'm already a state representative. He said, well, run for the Senate. So I don't know if I'm a little boy come out here to Indiana and get me to do what I need to do. But I did. He says it makes sense. It's for 4 years. And you run every 2 years in the House. Now I'm in another body of the politics where I run every 2 years. You got any more ideas? But I have to run. Henry Thoreau said, if a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it's because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured, how far, matter how far away. And that was Mrs. Parks. She danced to the music that she heard. Didn't go along with the crowd. That's what's wrong with a lot of our kids now. They're going along with the crowd. And they need not do that. We have too much violence going on. We have too much hate pervading this world. We need to step up to the plate in Rosa Parks' name. Snatch them off the street corners and say, no, enough of this is enough of this. They breaking in people's houses, killing them, shooting the kids. Something we didn't hear of in 1955, and that was not what the boycott was about. It was about love, it was about justice, it was about unity. And we need to remind these young, violent kids that's not what the movement was about. I'm going to shut up. I decided to defy one of the people that I love very much, and that's the Honorable Eleanor Holmes Norton. Because she let them boys come up here and talk as long as they wanted to talk. Thank you very much, Eleanor Holmes Norton, for all your good work. And thank you very, very much for saluting a woman who deserves to be saluted.